No.
Can you see her? Do you need a booster seat? This is Renee, our stunning front desk assistant lady. And what we're talking about today is laser. And so we're going to play a little game. I asked Renee to test the strength of her tongue, pushing one way, pushing the other, and which side is weak. The left side. Okay? And so what we're going to do is I'm going to get the setting for in your brainstem. That's cranial nerve number 12. There are 12 cranial nerves. It's the hypoglossal, and it causes movement of the tongue. And you have a nuclear pool on each side, and it's very large. I'm telling you, the pool in the brainstem is huge, especially compared to the size of the movement of the eyes pools. They're actually very small by comparison. And what's really interesting in our office is because the eyes line up over the tongue, the nuclear pool, which lines up over the entire part of the spinal cord that causes the stabilization of your spine. And it gives you that stability. That's why Michael Jordan, when he went up, he's doing this, he's actually stabilizing his structure on that same side. It's very cool.
I didn't know that.
It's cool how it works, exactly. So what we're going to do is, we're going to hit with the laser. Now, the laser is a very specific wavelength, but we're going to hit with a frequency that from quantum mechanics, we know the cranial nerve 12 nuclear pool in the brainstem operates at that frequency. And so we're gonna shine it up into the medulla area, but because Renee's gonna put pressure, you put your fingers up there on your cheek. She's gonna push on her fingers lightly. You don't have to go very hard. It's because it's gonna hit both sides, but by functionally putting that pressure, those cells operate on that side a little higher, and we get even more benefit. Exactly. And so, I'm going to count to at least 45, maybe 60, if I can go that high. Nine, 60, very good. Okay, all right. Now stick your tongue out straight. Pull it back in your mouth. Okay, now compare. Push one way. There you go. Push the other way.
That's so cool.
And what do you feel? Describe what you feel.
They feel more even now. Before it was very imbalanced. I pushed on this side and it was very strong. And this one, I pushed as hard as I couldn't feel it. Now they feel even.
Very good. Very good. And so that's an example, and I love to give that example because very often people don't even realize they have a difference in the strength from side to side on their tongue, and it's usually fairly obvious, and therefore when we boost it, especially when we focus on that one side more than the other, it's pretty clear, wow, that's different. And that. So thank you for being
that was really cool.
Our assistant there. That was really great. Well, we're talking about laser today.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you to our stunning assistant here. Very good. Well, we're talking about laser. And laser is a light wavelength, a specific light wavelength. We have two different lasers in our office. One of them is a red and infrared laser. It's a low level laser. This one is a high level laser, state of the art. It's a red and violet, and which is really cool. They just started making these. These are very, very high tech. And so with laser, we can introduce not just energy, but a frequency into the body, in different areas of the body, especially if you know where things are. If you know where things are in the body, if you know where things are in the brain. Very helpful because literally target those areas. You get somebody with a spinal cord injury, we can go straight to where the cord was injured, and we can start working. Thank you, excellent job. Yeah. And we can start working at that level, you know, in the spinal cord. If one of our patients, she has dementia, we're working and angling the laser so that it hits underneath the temporal lobe in the area of the hippocampus, and we're getting some amazing results with her ability to speak and communicate, but also to connect. Very, very exciting. In fact, our neighbors were commenting today, oh my gosh, she's responding to us now, where she wasn't at all. She was like, she was a robot. But laser is an operation where we're introducing a frequency into the body. Well, that frequency we know from quantum mechanics, which is a division of physics that shows us that every particle also has a waveform, and that every wave is also particle form. And if we know what the frequency is, we can resonate at that same frequency. It's a lot like taking a tuning fork, two tuning forks that are the same frequency, hitting one and bringing it close to the other tuning fork without touching it, then turn this one off and you can hear it's now resonating at the same frequency. Why? It operates at that frequency. Well, imagine if you've got a kidney and half the cells aren't operating at the healthy frequency they're supposed to be at. That kidney's not functioning very well like it should. And so we know the frequency of the kidney, and so we can program it to operate at that frequency, and then we can hit that area with the laser. And as we do that, it's bringing up the frequency of those cells that are under that frequency. What about the ones that are already operating? They love it. That's where they live, and they love that healthy method of resonance. Well, the other ones that don't, we're bringing them back up to speed. And so we use this especially a lot for neurological conditions, and that we do some for memory. And this is for dementia and for Parkinson's and working with brainstem problems, brainstem strokes themselves within the brain. There's so many different things we can do. And with the violet, we can do a lot with like infections, with open wounds, closing the open wounds, and that. And this is the first time that Advanced Neurospinal Solutions has offered a therapy independent of the rest of what we do, where you can come in and you can actually get laser therapy without everything else that we're doing. Just get laser therapy. And so that's brand new. We're offering it to those patients that we already have at some special discounts, but also we're offering the laser to others that hear about it that come. We're giving a special currently. But laser, as we're doing the laser, like I say, it's pretty powerful. You can see how powerful that is, and it goes pretty. This one is a high level laser, and so it goes pretty deep within the brain. I can get into structures like the basal ganglia and the thalamus there, and so we're doing all kinds of stuff with the brain currently, and having some really amazing, fun results. That was the violet. This is the red, and the violet we use for infections and that kind of thing. But both have the same resonance frequency currently. But because they have a wavelength, we can also introduce the frequency that we want. And currently, I've got it on cranial nerve number 12. Okay. And so that's laser. And if you're interested in learning more, we have a few videos that we've already done. And if you're interested in asking some questions, great. If you want to try it out, You're welcome to come to the class on Wednesday nights, or call and we'll sit down and talk with you. We're going to be doing some videos in the next 2 weeks that will expand even more on laser. And hopefully that gives a little more clarity. You know me, I'm about clarity, and I'm about making things more understandable, and why things are the way they are, and particularly why we do what we do in Advanced Neurospinal Solutions. And so remember though, we're here when you're ready to take your life back.